Neither one of us had Mike Norvell as our top 5 head coaches in the ACC. Let's go there first because we talked about it off air. Let's go there. Listen, did Mike Norvell have a great season 2 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, they had a awesome season. Make the argument they should have been in the playoff all you want to. The season before, they went 10-3. Good for them. Joey's about to go into year 6 or 7 here, and he's got more losing seasons than he does winning. And he hit in the portal, and it worked for him. Joe, I don't think people understand how bad 2-10 is. I don't know if they can rebuild from that. Fran Brown came in there in year 1 and had the same success that Mike Norvell had in year 3 at Syracuse. Okay? It's a big difference here. I don't think Mike Norvell is the dude. I gotta be real with you. We had the conversations even when they were winning. Like, man, you're just more talented than everybody. Joe, I don't know if he can rebuild this. 2-10 is absolutely insanely bad. Bad. It's horrible. So for me, I kept him off. I don't know if he can rebuild this here.
Well, plain and simple, he has 3 losing seasons. I can't put a guy in the top 5 that has 3 losing seasons. He has an ACC championship, which is acknowledgeable. Which, I mean, it's super significant. But at a program that has as many resources as Florida State does, to have 3 losing seasons, 3 embarrassing losses through that stretch, like really bad embarrassing losses, a loss to Jacksonville State in that time. And then you can count off all of the bad losses that they had this year. He's only 33-27 at Florida State, and he's 1-4 in bowl games. He's 6. You put him at number 6, but I'm not putting him in the top 5 when there has not been consistency. And the problem is like we're not even talking about like the argument, like for example, like a Pat Narduzzi, who might be some people might groan at, or a Mario Cristobal to be a lot of people might really disagree with, but at least Cristobal had a lot of success at another top program. Pat Narduzzi at least is steady, and then he had that one great year where they won the ACC championship.
With Kenny Pickett, wasn't it?
Yes. You can't rank a guy whose ceiling is as significant as his floor. 2-10 is abysmal. I don't know of any coaches in the history of the sport that have done anything like this, that have been that good to go undefeated in the regular season, to go on to be 2-10 the next year and have 3 losing seasons.
Look, we have had this conversation before. And the thing that got thrown back in our face was, well, Brian Kelly went 4-8 one year at Notre Dame. But the problem with that, though, is that
it's 1 year.
Well, and not right. It's 1 year, but he had 3 10-win seasons at Notre Dame. That happens, and then he goes on 5 or 6 more years with 10 wins, then doesn't get one, then goes on another 3 years with 10 wins, right? Like, I mean, like, that's a completely different scenario. You're right. Name the other.
I'm sure we could pull somebody, but like not off the top of our heads. That nobody's successful or notable. This deep into their role with the current team that they're at. Not year 1. We're talking about multiple years in.
Joe, I don't think people fans are not dumb, but I don't think that the general public is putting the weight on what 2-10 really is.
No. Nope.
Right? Like, I mean, Joe, they should have had 3 to 4 Renner wins. Brother, they got beat by
Memphis. Yeah, they could beat Memphis.
That's my point. And they couldn't overcome. So I wanted to get the objection out of the way, kind of like I'm Eminem. If I'm rapping and I make fun of myself, there's nothing you could attack. So we got to get Mike Norvell out of the way here. But listen,
okay,
I feel like Dabo takes more heat than Mike Norvell in moments. And the crazy thing is that, man, Dabo just keeps winning. And that's the point that I get to when we have these discussions, that I'm like, brother, Joe, let me ask you a God's honest question.
Mm-hmm.
At Ohio State, Texas, Notre Dame, LSU, Alabama, could you go 2-10 and still have your job? Regardless.
No.
Okay, now I'm going to throw another one your way. You remember how bad we talked about Jimbo Fisher? Jimbo Fisher had one great year. He went 10-1 during COVID. Joe, I mean, like, at least he was having 8-4 seasons.
Right.
Like, I mean, he had 5-7 season, but that he had been fired before they got there. I mean, they were rebuilding in some areas. My whole point is, like, name somebody that would, like, name at a blue blood program that would be allowed to happen. It would not